This is the 25th year of the Limerick Classic Car Club, and this event today is the 75th anniversary of the 1935 Limerick Grand Prix. So we're trying to commemorate the Grand Prix on the 25th anniversary of the car club. So that's what it's basically about.
There were 3 Grand Prix races around the streets of Limerick, 1935, 1936 and 1938. In 1935 the race attracted top drivers in Ireland and from a lot of drivers from the UK. It was the first race that an ERA, which were one of the top racing cars at the time, was the first race one of them raced in Ireland. And this being the 75th anniversary of that race, we decided we'd like to commemorate it. So a couple of members of the Limerick Classic and Vintage Car Club got together and we organised an event this weekend just to retrace the route of the original race. It's the only Grand Prix circuit, street circuit, which hasn't changed outside of Monte Carlo, so it's a little bit unique in that respect. And we've done just 3 laps around the streets this morning. We've a collection of beautiful cars here today which have come from all over the country. We have 4 cars here which actually raced in the original race in 1935, and it's great that people are still using the cars, bringing them out, and we're just happy to be able to commemorate the event.
We were limited to roughly 50 was the figure the guards gave us, because kind of manageable for what they were doing. It was a rolling road closure on the street, so anything else would have been harder to manage. Now I think we've gone over that a bit, but near enough. But that's why we could have had more, I'm sure, but we were restricted to that.
It was a wonderful event now. It's great that it was so well organised. It was great to be part of the history. I mean, I suppose the next, the 100th anniversary, like it's 25 years, there'll be a good few people that won't be around at that time, but it was great to be part of history, and it's great that it was reenacted. That was a very important event for the city. And it was a great turnout of cars here. 3 80 Alphas here today is a marvellous achievement. Like even in the Miriam with 375 cars in it, there was only 2 80s. So to have 3 of them here in Limerick is quite an achievement. There's a 6-litre Bentley there. It's a wonderful car. So there's some wonderful cars here today now, with 328 BMW. Cars that you wouldn't see every day of the week, and it's just lovely to see them out in the streets here in Limerick today.
It's been a great day to bring this car back to Limerick, as it was 4th here in 1935, driven by a man called Francis French Davis from Dublin. He took part in the race in 1936 as well, but the car retired in 1936, and I brought the car back from England 10 years ago. And I must say it's been a great thrill, and thanks to all the people of Limerick for organising this today. It's been great fun, so thank you very much.
This is a 1938 Thompson Racing Special, or TRS for short. You can see the badge there. It was built by Aubrey Thompson in Mallow in County Cork, and in 1938 it finished 6th in Limerick. And in 1939, September 39, it won the last race in Britain and Ireland in Phoenix Park, and that was the Wakefield Trophy. So a pretty famous car, it lapped at 82 miles an hour in the Phoenix Park. The car is sick today, that's why it's not running. I broke the crankshaft, but I have another one at home, so I can fit it up over a few weekends and we'll be back out again.
It's a Smithfield Special. It was built in 1932 by the Smithfield Motor Company in Dublin, which was owned by Sean Lamass's brother, right? They did some, this car I think has won the Leinster Trophy twice. I think it's the only car that's supposed to have won the Leinster Trophy twice, according to an expert who is Frank Nuttall. I don't know an awful lot of the history, and I'm finding out as I'm going along here with it, and it's very interesting here because a lot of the guys that are here are filling in a lot of the missing parts for me, you know. The car really needs at this point in time to be restored, but I mean it's original.
This car was built by Mr. Doherty in Adair. It was raced in the 1938 race. Mr. Doherty raced in 36 and 38 here in Limerick. It changed hands a couple of times since. It's a Limerick built car, so it's nice to have it here. It's not actually up and running at the moment, but it's great to have it here today just as a static display for the show. So I'm sure the Dohertys will come to have a look at their dad's car as well. So it's a nice piece of Limerick history to have it here.
You definitely want to write the sentence also, okay? Right.
There was a tremendous atmosphere, particularly coming down streets where people were standing, at their hall doors waving out, and particularly on a motorbike, perhaps even more so than a car, to experience it. It was a very enjoyable experience to go around that 2 point whatever miles it is, and to meet all the people, and everybody was out there cheering. It was a very nice, warm feeling.
I know that the event in Limerick has potential to be fantastic, right? Because if you have something, you can build on it. So they've had this race years ago, and then it died, of course, coming up to the war, and was never renewed. They never ran it after the war. Now they got the good idea to go and literally reenact it, right? So by next year, there should be a way bigger entry. The go-ahead was apparently only given 3 weeks ago, this is what I understand. And it's a very short opportunity for people with famous cars to get here. Because these guys will be working off a calendar and they'll be committed to other events. But next year, a lot of them said, when they realised what it was, said, next year I'll be back and I'll be bringing back more stuff. So this event can only go from strength to strength. So anyone interested, get in behind it, right? And put Limerick on the map.